Hi, I'm Chef Anthony Pino and it's Sunday dinner. Today I'm going to show you how to prepare stuffed artichokes, another family tradition that we really enjoy. Now, today is the beginning of Palm Sunday, so today is a big Easter week for us. And growing up, my grandparents owned a produce market in South Philly, in the Italian market, and they would always bring great produce to us. So when we knew artichokes were coming, we knew we had a great season ahead of us. So today we're going to make the stuffed artichokes. The ingredients that we're using are very basic and very simple. So we have Lugatelli cheese, 3/4 of a cup. Unseasoned breadcrumbs are very important for people who don't know. Unseasoned breadcrumbs, because you really want to make your own flavors going into the artichokes, not something that was produced before. So we have plain breadcrumbs, 3/4 of a cup, with equal portions of Lugatelli. I have 1 tablespoon of granulated garlic, 3/4 of a tablespoon of sea salt. I have 1 clove of garlic, some extra virgin olive oil and water, and a little bit of pepper. Really super simple. So let's start by, this is our artichoke. It has the leaves. They're really nice. But you gotta be careful. There's these little like thorns sometimes on the edge, and they might prick you. So what we want to do is, we want to take the artichoke and you want to cut it from the bottom so it stands up on its own, just like these are here. So I have my knife, and I'm going to cut it right along the bottom. Let's see, does that stand up? That stands up perfect. Okay, so what we want to do with this, now we have a pair of kitchen shears. And with this, we're going to kind of go around and start to snip. Don't snip too much, but you just want to kind of get off that little thorn. And you just kind of go around, and these little things kind of fly off here and there. So, and you just keep going, and what you do is you kind of peel them apart. That makes it easier. So like that, you just kind of open them up. And that's exactly how you're going to stuff this. And the stuffing is delicious, it's simple, it's traditional, and it is great. So you're just going to kind of keep going around and just keep doing this. And sometimes along the top here, what you can do is because there's a bunch, just kind of do that straight, right across. And now look at these artichokes. Look at this open up. Look how beautiful that looks. Nice, fresh, lime green in the center. Love it. And just keep opening them up. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take all our ingredients that we had mentioned before. We're going to put them into a mixing bowl. And we're going to put them all together. So I have my breadcrumbs that we talked about. Lugatelli cheese, which is my favorite. Lugatelli is great. It has a good salty, it's a sheep milk cheese. It's awesome. It's just that taste I'm looking for. So we have that. We're going to add our garlic powder. We have some salt here. I'm not going to add all the salt. I'm going to add some salt to the water. Right? And that's all the ingredients that we have here. But before we start that, I have my water that we're going to add to the pot. You're going to add about 1/2 inch to 3/4. No matter what size of a pot you're using or how many you're cooking, you probably want your artichokes to sit about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch of water. I have sliced garlic that I'm going to put here. And this is actually going to make like a little broth here. Now what happens is, once this is all seasoned nicely and it's covered, it's going to kind of, all those aromatics are going to fall back onto the top of the artichoke and make the breadcrumbs nice and flavored and seasoned well. So I have all these ingredients that I'm mixing up here. Really simple. Let me move this out. I'm going to season the water also with another about 1/2 tablespoon of water. A little bit of pepper. Now I'm also going to add some pepper to the breadcrumbs that we had talked about. A little olive oil. Now this is something that's great because everyone in the family can do this. It's super simple, it's super safe. With the artichoke, kind of put it over a plate. And what you do is you kind of just keep pulling it back. And pulling out the leaves, and let them go inside there. Don't stuff it over stuff, because what happens is it's just kind of like a breadcrumb mess once you take them out. You want them to be a little bit at the bottom, and I'm going to show you how to eat these too. They are my favorite. You bang them down a little bit, just like this. Now, since the water's starting to get warm here, you just kind of get these, and since they're all sitting up nice and straight, flat, you know they're going to sit great in the water. Put them in there like that. Turn on your flame, and then you're just going to cover them. It takes about 45 minutes to an hour. Now, to definitely know if this is cooking right and they're done, you're going to test it by the leaves are going to pull right out. Now, during the time frame when you're doing that, just to test them out and see how they are. I have already one ready for you. Yep. And when you're making these items here, remember we talked about the aromatics going back into it? You want to occasionally take off the lid, take a pot, you would take the spoon, and you would just pour the liquid nice and lightly over the artichoke. You don't want it to soak up too much liquid, but that's how you get the flavor really involved. Now, let me show you how to eat this. These are so good. Like this. And that's a stuffed artichoke. The way my family enjoys it, it's the way we enjoy it. Now let's see. See these? Pulls off just like that. The stuffing is there. You can smell it. Smell the pecorino and the garlic and the breadcrumbs. And what you do is, kind of like this. It's going to be hot. And you scrape off with your teeth. And eat that perfect flavor of spring, pecorino, parmesan, all that good stuff. Inside, you can find this recipe on anthonydavid.com, and have a great Easter.